In exactly 5 days' time, President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to give direction on the COVID-19 containment measures that could see the lifting or extension of a nationwide curfew and cessation of movements into and out of 3 counties, including Nairobi. In those 5 days, experts and senior government officials must advise the president on the best way forward in stopping the declining economy faced by a fast-rising COVID-19 curve. Let's get more from our very own Sam Gituku.
Wenzangu wa Kenya, let us have patience.
When he spoke to the nation on the 6th of June, President Kenyatta told of his desire to reopen the economy, a desire that was at odds with the reality then. The preconditions to reopen were then set. The infections must have been contained and on the decline. That the healthcare system must be prepared to handle a surge in infections. That the capacity for surveillance and contact tracing must be in place.
To open up, the infections must be contained, and the number of infections and deaths must be headed downwards. This is currently not the case in our country.
Nearly a month later, more than 30 counties are yet to meet the threshold to put at least 300 isolation beds to handle COVID-19 patients. 5 billion shillings has since been disbursed to the 47 counties to boost COVID-19 capacity, with home-based care now being implemented, albeit gradually. But the number of infections is on the rise, health officials expressing frustration daily. In the month of June, 4,404 new infections were detected. The infection ratio relative to samples tested is on the rise to nearly 5% compared to the previous 3%. The infection has now reached 41 counties, the heaviest burden being felt in Nairobi and Mombasa. Nairobi has over 3,300 cases, with Mombasa 1,523. The COVID-19 attack ratio is highest in Mombasa, meaning you're more likely to contract the disease there than anywhere else in Kenya.
But relaxed.
It is this reality that has Ministry of Health officials cautious of reopening.
If we act without taking into consideration those balanced measures, we could very easily erode the gains that we have made. It is better to be safe than sorry.
We have seen situations where countries have opened up. We have seen situations where kids have gone back to school, and then within 2 months, they have closed again and told them, you must go home.
It's now a reality that the virus could become endemic, and we must all be prepared to live with it and resume normalcy under the prevailing circumstances as global efforts to find vaccines continue.
This a day after Transport CS James Macharia announced preparedness to resume domestic flights in the coming days as containment measures have been established at airports. The hard choices that the National Emergency Response Committee on Coronavirus and the National Security Council will have to make in the coming days, informing the President's decision on the 6th of July. Sam Gituku, Citizen TV, Nairobi.